Some of the strangest rivers have great mysteries and natural wonders. So stay tuned and let's begin the top 10 countdown. At number 10, the Slims River. Something really strange resides deep in the St. Elias mountain range. The Cascawa Glacier normally feeds two rivers, but recently the glacier has retreated so far back that it actually caused the Slims River to reverse direction in a matter of days. It now flows towards its neighboring river, and the rest of the river is dried up in a strange skinny lake with surrounding quicksand. Now, it may not seem like too big of a deal, but river piracy is a very rare thing, and many attribute climate change to its cause. At number 9, the Sand River in Iraq. A really odd video surfaced on YouTube and went viral, but ironically the Sand River is not really sand flowing at all. Further upstream, the river received a rather unusual hailstorm which caused millions upon millions of hailstones to travel downstream. These millions of hailstones clumped together and then some eventually formed larger ice blocks. But the event was very rare and the video was shot at the right time and at the right place before the hailstones melted in the water. So this can actually happen in other rivers, and thankfully for once this was not derived from industrial pollution. At number 8, the River Dee ice pancakes. Unusual pancake ice formations were seen on a river in Scotland. Ice pancakes can sometimes be spotted in seas of the polar regions of the world, but the river ice event was a very rare exception. So how does this all happen? Well, basically, tiny ice crystals rise to the surface of the river and combine with choppy water, they start to form circular discs. And as these discs bump into each other, they start to form into perfectly rounded plates. So these ice plates can form in other rivers, but the River Dee event produced some of the best ice formations ever seen. At number 7, the Brule River. This mysterious river divides at a Great Bank, with one channel flowing into Lake Superior and the other channel flowing into an ominous hole underground. Known as the Devil's Kennel, this is a hole which you would not want to fall into, and the water also seems to disappear into an underground labyrinth. Hydrologists were always drawn to this river due to its unique formation, which has still not been totally explained. But the weird underground river does not disappear into a different dimension. Instead, it actually flows right into the other channel further downstream. But I'm going to call it right now and say it's a secret base formed by aliens. At number 6, the Atoyac River. Rivers can slowly dry up as the dry seasons make way, and then they usually replenish as the wet seasons bring more rain. But one river in eastern Mexico disappeared in one day. It also carried huge implications for 10,000 people downstream, who heavily relied on the river for their principal source of water, unfortunately. A very large sinkhole is the culprit, and it was so large it actually enveloped the entire river. The sinkhole was nearly 100 feet across, but it's suspected that it's a complex cavern system which is diverting the river underground. Some blame it on recent pollution and even the possibility of over-drilling in the area, but the sinkhole could have been formed by natural erosion. At number 5, the Cano Cristales River. A very incredible marvel in Colombia, is nicknamed the River of the Five Colors. For a few months, the river shades colors of red, blue, yellow, and orange in a vibrant display. A very unique aquatic plant resides in the water, and it can change color, but the display also requires the right water level and the perfect amount of sunlight. The local area is now controlled by the military, and only a certain amount of daily tourists are allowed to visit the Rainbow River, making it to be a very difficult place to go and visit. At number 4, the Boiling River in Peru. Far from any volcano resides a very strange river in the Amazon. Shrouded with legends, the river is considered to be a very sacred site by locals. But why is it so hot? Well, the answer actually lies within the fault hot springs which feed the river. And this causes the river to have a unique diversity of surrounding life. There are some other rivers in the world which actually get pretty hot, but none of them actually get to the temperature where they actually are boiling. At number 3, the Little Angel Underwater River. So how is this even possible, and what is an underwater river? Well, this actually happens when bedrock collapses and it forms a pit. This pit fills with water, and organic material forms a layer of hydrogen sulfide, which separates the fresh water at the top from the salt water below. The salt water looks like a foggy, ghosty river which is flowing, and it's quite a spectacular sight to see. And Natalie Balashin has documented this very unique and naturally occurring underwater river. And he's even attempted to fish the foggy water. I just don't know what would happen if he ever caught a giant fish. At number 2, Titan's River. Some of the weirdest rivers reside outside of Earth, and we are only just beginning to discover some of these incredible marvels. Titan is a moon which orbits Saturn, and it seems quite dead at first, with nothing to offer. But it's also one of the few moons which has a dense atmosphere which is rich in methane and nitrogen. Combined with light, it could be possible that life could live on Titan. Not too long ago, a very large 200-mile long river was discovered on the moon. But ironically, the river is not made of water, but is instead made of flowing hydrocarbons. So it's very possible that life could exist in this very strange environment, and it's one of the biggest mysteries in the solar system. And it could be a bit of a reach, but maybe the off-world Loch Ness Monster really lives in this river. At number 1, the Mekong River. One of the strangest rivers in the world captivates anyone who witnesses its mysterious lights. These lights, known as the Naga fireballs, rise from the river and float freely in the air before disappearing. According to legend, the Naga is a mythological snake creature with supernatural abilities, and the creature creates these bizarre lights. Scientists have also come up with some crazy theories, including one that's stating it's flammable phosphine gas bubbles created by the marshy environment. But one thing is for sure, there is no proof yet on exactly what is creating these fireballs. It's one of the greatest mysteries on Earth, and whether it's supernatural or just a natural wonder, it's indeed a very strange place. So once again, thanks for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel.